everyone, welcome back to Podcast on Wheelz, episode 10. We are officially the 10th episode of this podcast series, which is amazing. And we are going to recap Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. We're going to update you 5 days of our life because we were lazy and did not do a podcast yesterday or Sunday. So we skipped 2 days that I planned to do it. Friday. I'm going to try to remember as best as I can because I have memory loss. Friday. That was bad. So, Friday rolls along. It's like any other normal day. I go to the gym and my bestie's there. Like, we have barely talked by that point, but we're like best friends now. We're good. Like, I can tell she's a good friend. And she can tell I'm a good friend. And so she comes up to me and she's like, "Hi, my other best friend is in here." I was like, "Oh, where is she?" She was like, "Oh, she's just at like a doctor appointment for her family or something." I was like, "Oh, okay." So I noticed her boyfriend gave her some blue Takis. And I was like, "Oh, I love Takis and stuff." I just was bringing up because I bring up random crap when I see things that remind me of something. I'm like, "Oh, I really love Takis." And she said, "Yeah, the blue Takis are way less spicier than the red ones." I'm like, "Yeah." And we think like the same mindset, I swear. And so we're just chilling there, talking about funny moments and laughing our asses off. And we just talk about life, you know. And she's like, "You can have some Takis if you want." I was like, "Really?" "Yeah." And we shared half and half the bag, and then she let me have a couple more. I was like, the Takis left of the little plastic baggie. I was like, "Oh my gosh, thank you so much." I was like, "Thank you for making gym so much better than it originally was." Like, and then Seth's girls kept looking at us, and you know we were fine. Like, whatever, it's fine. And we were just laughing, and we had two blends. Like 2 juice boxes or blends for me, and one of them got stolen from another boy, but it's fine because I still had one left over, and I had another one in my book bag, so I was fine. And we just continued walking, and it was a really chill day. We had choice day, so we kept walking around and talking and having fun, and we had a 3.5 minute jog. Of course, we beat it, and it was good. And then Saturday. We wake up at 8:30 something a.m. And it goes around to 1 p.m. or like 1:17 p.m. And we start heading out the door for my cousin's birthday party. Alex and Ember. Ember was turning 9 and Alex was turning 2, which is amazing. So that was really fun. And we went there, and we got there, and there was a pretty fairy cake with a race car cake. It was very windy, and we just watched them open gifts, ate pizza, drank cake, ate cake, and drank yummy, delicious soda, and we were just talking and having fun. And we got to meet our Uncle Dean. In our old channel, in our old channel, 2 to 3 months ago, he got in a horrible accident on April 18th, or April 13th, I believe, and he stayed 4 to 3 months in the hospital, which wasn't good, and he had horrible, like, broken arm, and more than half of his leg is metal, like, just barely fragments of bone, and he can't lift his wrist up or anything. He can't do certain movements, but I saw him walking and everything. He's like, "I walked all the way from the car all the way to over here," and I was like, "Oh my gosh, that's awesome," because I never seen him in person since April 13th or something, or even longer than that. And so it was awesome to see him, and we got to hang out with this adorable, cute, adorable baby. She had little chubby cheeks, and she was in a little car, and she was giving me the ball, and William the ball, and she was trying to eat the purple ball, and it was so cute. Her plumpy little cheeks, and she kept kicking it back and forth, and it was so adorable. I was like, "Oh," she's giving me baby fever. I have horrible baby fever. Like, I get baby fever so instantly of like cute little babies. I love them. And we were just chilling there, and it's like 5 p.m. We start packing up the gifts that we gave them because to drive over to their house, which is only like a 5-minute drive away because the party we were at. And then they're like, okay. And we had this giant with balloons between us. And we we're like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, you could see those. We
Yeah.
filmed a bunch. Like
Yes.
a bunch.
Yeah, and we drove over to the house, and we just continued talking. We were supposed to say goodbye to everyone, like, oh, goodbye. And this girl I was hanging out with, Caroline, was Amber's friend, and she was like, no, and she was intimidating me. She was like, you're intimidated, right? You're petrified of me. You go put the Barbie things in the box to William, and William was just standing there with his hands sweating. My hands are sweating. I'm like, okay. And she was just intimidating. And William and I got resin on our hands. Amber didn't warn me about the bowl of cereal, about like a mini thing set she got, and it was the bowl of cereal with resin in it. Resin. Now, if you don't know what resin is, it's like a very sticky substance that's supposed to harden once it gets in sunlight or something. That's what I know from it. And it's supposed to smell really bad if you get it somewhere and stick. Williams and my hands started feeling really sticky, and I was like, oh my gosh, I got resin on my hand. And she was like, I don't know how to get this off. And she was like, okay, let me help you. Caroline helped me, which is great and sweet of her. So we're there, and they're trying to get resin off my hands. That took around 20 to 25 minutes. And it smelled horrible. I was like, oh, it smelled like farts or something. Vomit. I don't know what it smelled like. It just smelled horrible. It's like not a smell you want to smell, you know? And so I'm there, and Dad and Mom were like, what happened? Like, what's going on? I was like, I got resin all over my hands. I don't know how to get it off. So me and William, somebody was helping me wash my hands, and William was scrubbing his hands like, get off, get off, get off, get off. And now, oh, okay. And they, they're like, you done washing your hands? And they're, yep, just getting the rest of the stickiness off. And then it went away, and, didn't forget about it. I didn't forget about it, but we started playing Barbie house and crafts and watching. And the fun part is, before we left, the parents were like, oh, okay, come on, everybody, let's go on home. And they're like, Carolyn was like, no, please stay. And they're like, oh, and my parents responded, oh, you want to stay? And I was like, do I want to stay? This is my first sleepover ever, yes. And they're like, you can stay if you want. I don't mind. I was like, really? I was like, we're staying? And I was so excited. And we got to go on a sleepover. And we were eating honey buns and chocolate and leftover pizza and pancakes and kisses and chocolate milk and playing games like Barbie and movie and cleaning. My cousins made us clean. I was like, oh, this is getting boring. But then they were nice and everything. And at night, things were going weirdly around that. They're like, I feel like stuff is moving in our room and everything's watching us. And they were starting to go fantasizing into this crazy thing about how her mom knew that she was making arts and crafts when we never mentioned a thing to her, and Amber never mentioned a thing to her, and somehow her mom knew. I'm like, oh, that's creepy. And it's not like we were yelling it. No, we were talking normally. So we were just chilling there, and she was like, I feel like stuff's moving. And we made it like this little blanket for it. And we just lied in bed. When I tell you, I could not sleep. Oh my God. I was stuck there. And Caroline was right beside me. And now, oh, be careful, Caroline pees the bed. You now decide to tell me that she's sleeping right beside me. Right beside me and William. And William was cuddling her. Because she was like, my big sister doesn't do this with me at all. And she loved the cuddles. And it was actually very comfy for William to cuddle up against her. It wasn't that way. She just wanted cuddles because she was scared and everything. And it was comfy for both of him and Caroline. So I didn't really mind him cuddling. I know dang well he's not relationships with an 8-year-old. Let's just be honest. And every time something would happen, she was like, oh my gosh, and she would huddle so close to him, and he would cuddle her, and they were just trying, and me and William were trying to sleep, and my cousins kept saying, look at my, ice girl thing, look at the outfit and everything. I was like, oh, that's cool. I was trying to get to sleep, and by that point, it was 11 p.m.? So it was getting really late. And we were stuck there like, can't get to sleep somehow. My cousins were up. Well, my cousin, Ember, and her friend Caroline were up playing on their tablet. And 1 a.m. rolls by. And and I wake up. I wasn't even asleep. They're like, you asleep? You asleep? I was like, no. I would try to rest my eyes, and nothing would happen because I was still, if I was asleep, I was in very light sleep where every little thing woke me up. We were all coughing, and there was this constant, cough. I was like, oh, why am I coughing so much? And my eyes burned from not sleeping. It was 1:08 a.m., and her mom comes in, and Ember and Caroline start like, oh my gosh, go, 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 and they're like, oh my gosh, go, 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 and they have this tablet, and they're trying to turn the brightness down so fast, and me and William were laying there with our phone dead, completely dead, and she was like, y'all need to go to sleep. It is 1:08 a.m., or 1 a.m. in the morning. Y'all, I need all electronics out of this bed right now. And my friend Dot gave her phone, and Ember, she's like, oh, fine. And they're like, no, we don't have anything to. But my phone was dead. There was absolutely no way that was it. It's never gonna work. So my phone was dead, and then I barely turned it on. And it would turn on for like 20, 30 seconds. So we'd be able to check the time because they really wanted to know the time. And I was like, fine, I'll just turn it on and just so they could see at night. And Benjamin was their dog and jumped on the bed and they're like, ugh! And I was like, oh my God, oh my God. And Caroline was coughing so much and me and William and Doc got all scared like, oh, that's not good. So we were just stuck there like, this is not comfortable. My eyes were burning. I was coughing. I was sweating. I wasn't sick. After we came back, though, Doc had a little bit of a congestion, but I feel like it's gone away. And, I don't know what that was, but it was like a one-day thing, and I'm glad it's over. So we're stuck there. 4 a.m. rolls by. They are asleep. Doc is asleep. And when we try to wake her up, I know that she's been sleeping because she's like, like, she makes little noises like that, and she's like, huh? And then falls back asleep, like sleep talking and stuff. So I was like, okay, yeah, she's good sleeping, good. At 2 a.m. she finally falls asleep. Or 1 a.m. she finally... Yeah, 2 a.m. she finally falls asleep. She sleeps till 2, 3, 4, 5, and we get to 6, and then she's awake again. So barely 4 hours of sleep. Me and Caroline, Ember is falling past asleep.
I was awake. I was just chilling there making some random sounds because my throat was up.
Yeah, but then you were fully awake. Well, not awake, asleep, and they're like, oh, you asleep? You awake? No response, and you'd be like, I could tell you were dead out of it.
Yeah, but I wasn't sleeping for 4 hours, I know that.
I know, but she was like sleeping for 3 to 2 hours, let's just say that. And me and Caroline, it's 4 a.m., everybody else is asleep. Ember, her mom, Alex, and Doc. Me and Caroline and William are still awake. We're still there. Lying there, awake, staring at the wall. And everybody else is asleep. And me and Caroline, we cannot fall asleep. For the life of us. And, we're just chilling there. By 5 a.m., Caroline drifts off to sleep. And I drift off to sleep for 30 minutes. 30 minutes. I wake up feeling the urge, I really need to go to the bathroom. Because all that mixture of candy and soda and all that 4 or 5 cans of soda and that big glass of chocolate milk was not sitting well. I was like, I need to go to the bathroom. And I was like, William, can you help me out in the bed? And he was like, fine. And we had a dog's a dog, and we had William had to do that while carrying me. We went to the bathroom, and I had a ginormous pee in that, number 2. And I was like, okay, fine.
Why did you need to say that?
I said number 2. So I was just stuck there. I was like, oh, my stomach feels so weird. And I'm glad that I'd done that because I felt much better after. Anyway, it was 6:17 a.m. I'm like, should I go in the living room? Nah. And I laid there for a few minutes. Doc wakes up and they're like, you want to go in the living room? They're like, sure. It was 6:30 by that point. So we go to the living room. They charge my phone, and William charged my phone, and we noticed, hey, Jennifer's awake. Cool. And I'm like, hey, good morning. And she was like, hi. And we were saying we were so scared to go into the living room at 4 a.m. because both of us couldn't sleep, and we were so scared to go into the living room at 2 a.m. because I thought you were mad at us. She was like, I'm not mad at y'all. Y'all can do whatever y'all want. You're like much older than 8 and 9. And I was like, oh, really? And she's like, yeah, I don't mind. It's fine. And I was like, it's your house. I don't want to break your rules. And she's like, I don't care. And she said, y'all have been a huge help. Like me and Doc and William were huge helps. Like we were helping with the baby and everything. And we were just respectful guests. You know, we were really respectful. Even than the old children. Dang. And for breakfast that morning, I had 2 slices of leftover pizza, 2 little baby pancakes, and a couple of kisses, and a honey bun. Yes, I know that's the most unhealthy. Hold up. Alright, moving on. So we get, so we get there and, you know, we're respectful guests and everything, and we just chill there, and our dad rolls by, and he was like, how was it? And we had crafts and 5 packs of crackers each, and we were like, it's fun. It was awesome, you know, we had fun. It was like, cool, and on the way home, I was like, how's my work going? He was like, much better, honestly, and everything. And by that time, it was Sunday instead of Saturday, so Sunday, we're talking about Sunday. We listened to awesome music in the car, like What Was I Made For, and the speed drive of Barbie. Barbie's songs are amazing. Nobody can tell me otherwise. They're amazing. So we're just stuck there. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And we just chill there, and we just chill there, you know, in the car, and then we get home, and we set our stuff down, eat some crackers and everything, and Mom calls us. She was like, oh, can y'all help me with the dishes real quick? Because we found out Bub's first day of work. My way older brother. Oh, not my way old. Sorry. Oh, my gosh. Going on a weird tangent here. One of our friends, we recently figured out that Sunday was his first day of long work. He went with one of my friends that recently moved out last week. Yeah. We were like, oh my gosh, he had his first day of work, and it was cool because he never worked since 1 year since he graduated. And he was finding a job, so he found a job which was my older friend's work. And I was like, oh cool, that's awesome. So we were helping out with dishes. And I was like, how was your first week of work? And she was like, oh, it was good. Like, my mom's new work. She started last Monday, which was October 2nd. And so we're just chilling there, and she was like, oh, my first week of work was lovely. Like, I got to meet new people. They don't treat me like a baby. It's fun to do new things. I'm on a better schedule, you know, everything positive. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And we just chill there, and we just have fun. And she just talks about funny stuff, and we talk about funny stuff, and it was just funner doing dishes that way. And we do laundry and everything, like everything normal. We go on with our normal day, you know, have fun, everything. Monday. So, Monday rolls by. This time, the friend that I met with the blue talkies and everything, she wasn't here on Monday, which was sad. But her other friend with the green shirt, that you saw in the video before, she's nice. We relate too. And I just talked around with her for over an hour. We just laughed and talked about stuff and gym. And I got called for the PBIS event. You'd be like, oh my gosh, what's a PBIS event? Music, games, partying? No. That is an understatement of what you think. That is a low expectation of what you think. Expectation. Instead, you say, oh, you got called on the list. Go to Walker Commons. I was like, oh, okay. You walk there. Keep walking. You get there, there's no music, no wheel, no candy, no party. You just walk there and there's 600 plus, 300 plus people crowded in one room, can't get by anywhere. I'm like, oh, well, that's successful or fun. You get one Krispy Kreme donut. One. Just all bland, no flavor, just a Krispy Kreme glazed donut that soaks through the napkin. That's nasty, but I know, but it soaks through the napkin. I'm like, ugh. I'm like, oh, that's fun, yay. Yay. I'm like, okay, that's really fun, yay, I guess. So we're chilling now. I'm like, okay, and my friend meets her girlfriend, which is awesome, and, they say hi and hug, and, they say, oh, it's lovely to see you, and everything, and we get there, and by the time I get back to class, my donut has soaked through the napkin. I'm like, oh, that's nasty. And I had this paper certificate that said, oh, the principal and the assistant principal and AB honor roll. I'm like, how do I have an AB honor roll? Anyway, we only had the PBIS event ever 4 times in our college. And I've gone every single time because I'm just that smart. I'm joking. I have like a GPA of 3 right now. And I'm not even in my senior year of college, so you have to give me credit because I can go in my upgraded college. Yay! That's fun. And we're just chilling there, and we talk, like normal. We go to Miss Peters' class, second period, and we just chill there. We do our project, and we have a vocabulary quiz. Yay! This rolled around on Monday. So, I just take it. I think I aced that thing. It was pretty easy, actually. It was like a crossword puzzle with the words on the board. That's all. Sorry. And we just chill there, and we just normally do our project. And I only had to finish copying down the URL links that I written down earlier and copy it on a piece of construction paper instead of like a notebook paper. That's all I had to do. And I have 55 minutes to do that tomorrow to copy one thing down. You think that'd be hard? No, that will take me about a minute, and I'll be done. So I don't know what I'm gonna do for 55 minutes when I'm done with that. But I'm almost completely done with my project. We get to art. The rest of my classmates come over and they're just chilling, and we glue pieces of paper, black, green, and orange for fall Halloween colors. I'm like, oh, cool, because Halloween's in like 20 days. Hooray! So we're chilling there, and we have fun, and we're like, okay, normal, fine. And Miss Fraser calls William over, and she was like, you got your first part. She doesn't, the one thing that I do not like that Miss Fraser somewhat constantly does to William, which is pretty unfair to him, I believe, is wait till the last minute. Like, he's doing his stuff. He was doing 30 minutes of work with the special ed, getting glue sticks and everything, and helping them out, my class. And then he goes on to help other people, and by the 30 minutes of class left, she's like, oh, I was like, he has to physically come up to her and say, are you going to grade my first project, or I have it here, do you want to take a picture? And by the last moments of class, she's like, oh yeah, we'll get that sorted out. I'm like, we should have got that sorted out an hour ago, because I got to start on my second project. And we had this fun idea for a second project, doing little crap, I forgot what it's called, but it's like little plaster that you put around your hands, and he was going to 3D mold his hands. That sounds so much fun. She's like, oh, we don't have enough time for that. Let's just do the same exact thing you did for the first project, but spend less time on it, and basically the exact same proportions. That is boring. You're just doing the same thing you did for half a month. Really? He has to do that all over again, and he just worked on that for less than half a month, but like, come on, a week and a half. You really want to go through that process again? I just did that. Now I had to do it all over again? And then she discarded his clay project. I'm gonna run out of ideas. You discarded 2 out of 3 of them. What the heck? The drawing one you didn't discard. You wanted me to do that twice. So I don't know what he's gonna do for the 3rd project. God forbids, we don't know. So I was like, oh, that's annoying. So his papers are still over there. Like, oh, just draw the 2nd project. I'm like, again? Like, all over again? A week and a half of work? Great. I'm like, oh, okay, that's lovely and fun to hear. Yay! So we get stuck there. I'm like, that's not fun at all. And we're chilling there, and we hang out for a while, like normal. And we go to 4th, normal, boring. He's practically nodding off to sleep. We're learning about polynomial division. What the heck is polynomial division? It has so many steps. I'm like, what? How am I supposed to get this in one day? And he sounds so much work. I'm like, sir, you have months to learn this when you were learning it. Why do I only have a day? What the heck? So I was like just chilling there like, no, I'm not going to be able to get this work done. I just know it. There's no way I'm going to be able to get this work done. So that goes by. Tuesday, which is today, we had a day off because the sophomores in college were having their pre-AST. That sounds so wrong. Peace. No, dang well it's not an AST. What's that test that they...
I don't know.
Anyway, they had a test. It was the pre one, which is before the actual one, which we're taking 11th graders. I don't know when. They never released a date. Okay, fine. That's normal. Thank you for not accomplishing telling us anything today. Yay! And, and 9th graders, sophomores, I swear I'm messing up everything. 9th grader colleges, which are considered as freshmen, they have to go in like special groups or something like oh, just be in this costume and learn about different stuff about the costume. Like, that's boring. Sophomores, oh my god, juniors and seniors were able to skip a day but have to do college stuff, like, oh, do a virtual tour online of college. And I did that on Monday afternoon. So I had this whole day free, and I emailed my teacher this afternoon so I could have it on Tuesday, And I got way adjustments to my wheelchair. I got a new headrest. Well, adjustments to my headrest. I got a leg holder downer thing, restriction, that holds my legs down. I got a new cushion, new buckle, and everything. And I got also a new outfit, which looks amazing. It fits perfectly in my wheelchair. So we done 3 to 2 hours of adjustments and fixing things on my wheelchair today. And we got a new outfit and everything. And so that was really, really fun to do. And we just basically been chilling, bored. It's 8:27 p.m. Man-witch heating up stuff should be done soon. That's why we had it in the little part of the podcast, which I shouldn't have done that, but I'll try to figure out some way, probably screen record this. Though when we're recording this, I'll probably screen record it fully, so that way we can just have all the parts. If that ever makes sense. So I'll try to do that and spend an hour just recording with the volume on, full volume set. You're welcome. That sounded really creepy. I'm sorry. So I'll just have to sit here for an hour watching it recording. We're going to have to be quiet for an hour. That's going to be physically difficult. I swear, it's going to be so difficult. I'm going to have to find some way, because apparently one little baby mistake is going to ruin our whole world. And Wednesday is tomorrow, which we have a half day. Yay! So we get out at 12:30 instead of 3:30, which is much better. And we have 55-minute long classes instead of an hour and a half classes. Dang. And by that half day ends, we're in the barely third. Yeah, not fourth and third, but like
That's when my lunch starts.
My lunch starts at 11:55, but we have grab and go lunch. That's not as fun as cause I was planning to get the cheesy bread.
Oh yeah, but I do like.
I'll get it on Thursday and Friday.
Grab and go lunch got a little bit better. It was pretty good. It
Was cheese sticks. It was
But the line is ridiculous.
oh my god, it was cheese sticks and marinara sauce, and we ate it on the bus. It was pretty good. Of course the beans busted. And last half day, which was a couple to 2 to 3 weeks ago, William was walking down the aisle of the bus, and he's like, please don't bust, the bag is soggy, because, the bags are horrible, and it bust corn all of it, and she's like, that's why we don't have open food on, Miss, it wasn't open, the containers were closed, I was holding it in a bag, and she was like, oh, that's why we don't have open food on the bus. I'm like, wasn't my fault. The bag was soggy as heck, and he couldn't hold it from the bottom. He had his bag in the other hand, book bag on the other hand, water bottle on the other hand, and the bag. How?
What'd she say?
She was like, oh, don't leave open food on the bus. I didn't. He was walking down the aisle, and everything was closed, but of course them weak little containers are not going to hold that cup full of beans. Them weak containers that's the lid slides off with barely nudging it? Yeah. You could keep that closed while falling at distance of feet away. What? So, I'm hoping that doesn't happen again, because god dang. And I remember one day he brought a snack pack on the bus, and it was fully closed, nothing was unpackaged. She was like, is that food in that bag? And he was like, yeah. And then she was like, it better not be open. It's not open. He's like, oh, it's not open. And she was like, okay. Oh, being weird. So I was just telling her, okay, why is my husband getting accused of having open food when he does not? Okay, so that was a little rant of half day, but I think Friday we had a meltdown. No, Monday, yesterday, we had a meltdown over, finding some tape and stuff. A meltdown that I hit that William punched our bag, and then we were just, having a meltdown. Tuesday. What happened? Here, hold up. I'm not going to end the podcast, but we get a call. I saved our podcast just in time. So, currently we got called for man-witch, and he was trying to make me 3 man-witch sandwiches. 3 of them, because I'm going to be a daredevil and eat all 3. Just kidding. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to eat. But we don't want this podcast to end. Like, girl, we've already been trying so hard. And we've got interrupted because they were just making sure we got to eat some man-witch, which is sweet. So, nothing wrong or a bad interruption. But we are currently having some yummy man-witch, and I about came in. Well, I came in, and this was about to turn off. I was like, thank God, we have it. We have it, and it didn't end. Thank God. So, I had some man-witch. You can't yet see it because it's behind the camera. But 3 sandwiches and garden salsa sun chips, which are pretty good. I don't think I've tried these. I don't know. People say, I don't know. Because I remember being this... Wasn't garden salsa sun chip flavor our big sister's favorite flavor? It didn't end. Because it was about to, and I came in just in time. Good. Donny will speak. Yep. Okay. So,
This is so sad.
what's wrong?
You have a dang 2 dill pickles and 1 sandwich.
Yeah, I'm not hungry. I'm not that hungry. It's fine. I just got me a simple little snacky kind of meal. So, moving on back to the podcast, which will have some readjustments. Why am I doing this? Please stop, Donny. Okay. So our dinner is man-witch with pickles. They smell really good. So, and I like pickles, so I'm fine with them. And we also had green beans. I was like, I'm not in the mood with green beans for right now. I still do eat them sometimes, but like, I wasn't in the mood for them. At 8:38 p.m. at night when we were finally having dinner. No, I had plenty to eat today. I had like 2 Pop-Tart packages and 2 bowls of ramen. I was about to get worried if that's all I ate.
I had a bowl of ramen and that's it.
Oh. Anyway. I don't know. Anyway, well, you're having plenty now. So, that's all I have to talk about in my 4 or 5 days of experience. That's all I can quite remember. I could have probably had more to say, but I've been talking for over 40 minutes now. So, I feel like it's time for Doc's turn to take over the mic. She's, whoa, you're eating that sandwich fast. Oh, well, you've been golfing it at some points. Y'all hungry, Jesus. I felt low earlier, that's why I ate food. Because I did feel low today. Hooray! I hadn't had a hypoglycemic low in a couple of days. I think I had a little one last week, and then like a starting of an attack today. But luckily I got it fixed before it got even worse. Yay! Because I had a horrible attack 2 months ago. And I'm going to talk about that. I think I mentioned it in some podcast. I can't believe we're 10 episodes into this series. That's so cool. 10 beautiful, wonderful episodes. All right.
Wait.
I have to wait till Doc's done eating. We're chowing down our food so fast. And Doc can take over for probably the rest of the podcast. I don't mind.
I don't know.
But she's just going to talk about her 5 days, and we'll probably end the podcast because, you know, I got to screen record what we recorded so it could be all in one little section. So sorry if it's a little messed up. I really am sorry in this podcast because I should have not ended it, but silly old me did end it. But I promise to you that probably won't happen in another couple of podcasts. Here you go. Dang it.
What's wrong? What's wrong?
The cord got caught. Anywho, these are my past 5 days of currently experiencing 5 days. So Friday is a normal and chill day. I don't know if it was this Friday or was it this Friday? That Pluto? That wasn't.
This is not even Friday this week.
No, last Friday. That Pluto thing.
Got picked on? I think that was Monday.
Got picked on? No.
That Pluto thing. You gotta give me more evidence.
God. That Pluto thing that I told you about, where she was about to have a panic attack and got scared?
Yeah, sorry.
Friday thing, yeah.
Sorry.
So that happened last Friday.
Expected me to remember she said that Pluto thing. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
There's been many things with Pluto.
So that last Friday, that happened. So I just comforted her, and she was like, oh, she's like, thank you, and like, you know, I was being a sweet friend, you know what I mean? So she was just very appreciative of that, and then the weekends go fine. We got to spend a nice night at our cousin's, like the night bit wasn't so great. I was randomly waking up at some periods of time, like, I was literally coughing like this. And then turning around. And I was like so tired and so bored. And y'all kept just like, oh, is Valley awake? Oh my God, I don't want to be up. I was trying to sleep.
Yeah, like your friend Valley.
And I was trying to sleep. And I was just like laying on some Squishmallows and it was so comfy. The Squishmallows, the bit I was in with the Squishmallows, they're so comfy. That's why I just wanted to fall asleep right there. I was like, come on, man, I'm trying to sleep. And then they were like, oh, grab her phone. Blinding me like heck. I'm like,
oh my God, they blinded me.
And I was like, yeah. And I sat up in bed. I was like, and there is Doc awake? And she just turned over and flopped her head in her pillow. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was so sleepy. Yeah, like, I was probably, I don't even know. It's probably all the partying from that day. So, yeah, so I was very tired. Oh, no, 1 a.m. So I was very tired and very exhausted. So that night wasn't too great, and it left me with some odd coughing for 2 whole days, and left me with some severe congestion. When I woke up, I was literally breathing like this. That's how I was breathing, like, oh my God. But the good thing is that it only happened in the morning and not throughout the night. So I just had to like blow my nose, or Emmy had to help me blow my nose, and then that was really it. The congestion went away, and then I had a weird throat thing and a coughing thing. I was like, I was literally coughing like that. It was like, I was literally coughing like that, and it would last forever. You kept hearing Lou's cough and me. Oh my God, that stupid annoying cough. Every single time I go to their house or after their house, I have these weird burning, itchy eyes. I was like, I was doing this, trying to blink the itch away. Because it feels great when you itch it, but then after, staggering burning. Oh, no, that was a bad idea.
I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I hate it. It sucks so bad. Like, ugh. It literally sucked. My eyes were burning. I kept coughing weirdly. I had severe congestion. I couldn't sleep. That was a horrible night. But it wasn't, like, Jennifer's fault, Ember's mom. But it wasn't our cousin's mom's fault at all. We just enjoyed our time once we actually woke up. Ember said, "Oh, this is my frappe or latte," and she was and it was literally milk with sugar and ice, and I didn't even taste the sugar. I physically just.
It tasted like sweeter milk. I'm not ever drinking that again. Man, I drank the whole cup like.
Yeah,
That's not going to be my preferred drink every time. God no. Still thanks her for making it though. I was just thinking of you at some point.
But
Dill pickle.
why don't you just sniff it? You could bite through that.
Mm-mm.
Can I try? Are they good?
It tastes yummy. It's just whoop sour.
Here, give me a plate. Give me a plate. I don't want it dripping. Wait, ASMR.
Oh God.
Here. Damn, this bitch cold. God.
That's aggressive cough.
Shh.
Damn.
It's so cold.
Girl, really? Girl. Why is everybody burping and farting today?
Oh, this reminds me Bro, that happened. So I'm Doc's brother, and Donny was like biting into the pickle, and it looked sus because I'm a dirty-minded, that word. So here I am, and he's like, oh,
Your voice is so deep.
thank you. So he bites into the
When you
pickle.
try biting it.
So wait, he bites into the pickle, and I'm like this. I turn around, I'm like, can you do it?
So James.
Donny, stop thinking.
Really?
Anywho, we just have some yummy dinner. Some mam-witch. He apparently has 2 pickles. Just have. So I have some garden salsa flavor sun chips, and I had 3 mam-witch sandwich things, and Emmy ate one. And I'm gonna try and eat one all by myself. But oh my god. Want to see how long it takes us, and we want to time it. So, do you think? Oh my god!
Got a little bit.
Do you think this will be good enough for a podcast? Like, I feel like it'll only be like 50 something minutes, but I really want it to be an hour, and I don't want to risk it. Well, I think that's gonna end it for episode 10. Thank you guys so.
You didn't explain Monday, Tuesday,
Sorry.
Wednesday.
Sorry, Monday.
Really?
Sorry. So the weekends, I'm so sorry, I just totally went off. We were talking about weird other stuff. So here I am. Monday, rolls around. I asked Pluto how it went, and the day went fine. I just found out that my friend smashed her finger in a car door, and then I was like, Nicole, why weren't you at lunch today? And she's like, oh, I had to go to urgent care. I'm like, oh. She got picked up early because she had to go to urgent care, and it literally looked purple. She literally sent me a picture.
I saw a finger in my throat.
It was so bad, and she was at urgent care for real. I was like, oh my god, are you okay? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, all this other stuff. And then my day was fine. We went through a normal day. Tuesday today is a free day. We just had to send in some college stuff. So here I am enjoying my one day off. And then,
You copied my work. Email?
yeah, I just copied theirs because it doesn't really matter. It's just a college day thing. And then,
College is coming the rest of your life.
yeah, but I'm not going. So anywho, Tuesday
Upper advanced college.
Tuesday today is a free day, so great. Wednesday is a half day. Thursday is a normal day. Friday is a normal day. Saturday and Sunday, so on. So, I don't know what's going to happen for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and so on, but I hope Wednesday's a good day because it's a half day. I'm loving this week so far because we got a new outfit. We got all these fun things.
Meltdowns now.
No.
Meltdowns is terrible this week. We had 3.
And it's only Tuesday.
We got 4 more days, 5, 6, 7 more days to go.
Oh, God.
I don't think a week is 9 days.
But there we go. I explained my 3 days. So I think this is going to end it for today's 10th episode. Thank you guys so much for watching the 10th episode of Podcast on Wheels, and we'll see you all next podcast. Bye.